Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Rosetta with Joe. Now today I'm over the water from Liverpool here on the Wirral Peninsula. I've got the River Mersey behind me. As you can see, the tide is well and truly in. Now, is the tide about to turn for Bitcoin? Interesting price action. Currently time recording 28,000. Been a few weeks, since I've put an update and give my opinions here on the channel. Now, first of all, if you're brand new with us on the channel for the first time, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and if you enjoy the content, smash that like. Now, where do I think price action's going? Because a couple of weeks ago, going back even more weeks rather, I did say my primary expectation was we'd get that bounce from 18k, which we did, and then I did think it was going to start to fall down from 20, 21k, whatever. That didn't actually play out. As we know, we initially went up to 25,200. Again, that was a major area of resistance. My secondary expectation, I always said as high as 28 to 32k was absolutely possible, but I didn't expect it. Obviously we're there now, so what I expected didn't play out. But key lesson is you've always got to have an alternative idea or plan. Never just have one idea of what you think price action can do, because it's really hard to just get the predictions of price action in crypto correct all the time. So yeah, we had that resistance at 25,200. Obviously we got heavy short on altcoins on the channel. That played out really well. We made some good money as Bitcoin did go back down to that 19,500 region. That actually turned out to be an absolute monster of a bear trap, I think it has to be said, in hindsight, because there was a major reversal from that point, and here we are today at 28,000. But what's really interesting is that altcoins, and the vast majority of altcoins, virtually all of them, are not at higher local highs, as Bitcoin's gone on this absolute what looks like a bit of a giga rip. If you zoom out, it's really not a giga rip, but it just feels like it because we'd had so many months of 2022 of downside action. Now, Bitcoin dominance is going to the sky. I was laughed at about, I think it was about 6 or 8 months ago, something like that, when I said I believe Bitcoin dominance would go up to 50%, if not a little bit higher, as this bear market, it's still a bear market until proven otherwise in my opinion, develops. And we're nearly there, folks. We're nearly there at, I think we're about 48, maybe coming up to 49% on Bitcoin dominance. And yeah, we're not far off 50% now. Really bad for altcoins, because if Bitcoin, I said, can go a bit higher, let's say we're at 28 now, definitely can roll over. Can it get 31, 32? Absolutely possible. So we're going to have to see when the rollover comes. FOMC tomorrow, come on to that in a moment. The fact that these altcoins haven't run with it, I still think that altcoins are going to suffer when Bitcoin corrects, and I actually believe that as the price action of Bitcoin goes down, I still think the dominance is going to continue up. So I think being in altcoins right now is heavily risky in my opinion. And it's almost like we're seeing the whales create exit liquidity from November through to December through to January. Really good pump on a lot of altcoins. Some of them did 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of them did crazy exits like we've seen on the likes of AGIX, and well done to anyone who made good money on those altcoin pumps rather. But I certainly hope that you've at least taken some profits, if not all of them, and you're looking potentially to buy back lower, because if you did that, you played an absolute blinder. The likes of Phantom, you could have exited at 50, 60 cent, got back in. Now you're still accumulating coins. Not that saying you have to get back in now, because in my opinion, if Bitcoin does roll over, then I do think these altcoins are going to go even cheaper, and we're still definitely no confirmation the bottom's in for altcoins or Bitcoin in my opinion yet. Now, as I always said, just in case the bottom is in, absolutely not going to criticize anyone who's dollar cost averaging. If you've been doing that, let us know what you've been buying. Leave us a comment below, really do appreciate that, and we always get back to all comments as quickly as we can on the channel. If you want any more from Crypto Rosetta, find out what the rest of our community's buying, what our community's doing in terms of trades, etc., come and join the Discord. Oh, lost the camera there, got a bit windy, folks. Let's just put that back there a sec, folks. Don't know where that breeze just came from out of nowhere. Funny enough, it was just as a police car went by as well. Right, what I'm saying, folks, yeah, come and join the Discord. It's absolutely free to join. Now let's mention FOMC. Obviously, you know, we're awaiting that to come out tomorrow. It's going to be really interesting. A lot of people, you know, expecting the Fed to pivot on Twitter, you know, saying, oh, it's going to be 0% and Bitcoin's going to $1 million to the moon in less than 90 days. I don't think that's going to happen, folks. Even if there is a 0% rate hike, even if there's a minus effect on the base rates tomorrow, I still don't think Bitcoin is going to $1 million in less than 90 days. I don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million this year. I don't think Bitcoin is going to $1 million next year. I'm willing to put that on record. And you know, if I'm wrong on that, fantastic for anyone, you know, who's holding any Bitcoin, but I just don't see it that happening, folks. Come on, let's be realistic. Let's not, you know, get caught up, you know, with a lot of this moon boy nonsense. Let's invest sensibly here. Let's have realistic goals. That's what we try and do on this channel. So again, if that correction comes, this is my kind of plan. This is what I'm expecting. I still think it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath for altcoins. I just can't see a scenario where there's not going to be, you know, a very, very good chance of lower lows, or at least retests or close to retests at bare minimum of the lows on these altcoins. I still think you've got fantastic time to accumulate these altcoins all year, folks. I don't, you know, see it just blasting off to the moon and it's going to leave you behind in the next, you know, few days. I just don't see that happening. So again, if you think I'm wrong on that, leave us a comment below. You may have gone absolutely all in, you know, packed your bags. I'm still making cash, you know, from other business opportunities. I'm diversifying how I'm investing. I'm diversifying my portfolio, you know, albeit in, you know, watches, diamonds, gold, crypto, property. You know, for me, it's too risky to just have it all in one asset. There's some absolute degens out there who enjoy this channel and watch this channel, and I know you're out there who just go all in on that one altcoin. I really do, you know, wish you the best of luck. But even if you're just all in on altcoins, I always, you know, suggest, again, not financial advice, you've got to make your own decisions, but maybe you consider diversifying in some altcoins. I always like to mention Luna as the classic example of what can go horribly wrong if you put all your money in just that one altcoin. Now, Dow Jones is in a really interesting position as well for me. I did say previously on the channel, the next time the Dow Jones loses 30k, I do think Bitcoin will be at a lower low. I'm actually going to change that prediction now, because obviously Bitcoin, you know, is a bit higher, but I do think the Dow Jones is going to lose 30k, and I do think markets are going to suffer, and I do think it's going to be bad for Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin will be in its correction state. So we may not be at lower lows at that exact moment, but I do think we'll be certainly heading back towards that 15, 16, 17k range if the Dow Jones is to lose 30k. So if we're seeing bear market continuation on equities, on the stock market, on commodities, I still don't see a reason why it's not going to affect Bitcoin or crypto. I do not think they are immune from completely escaping this bear market earlier. Obviously markets, you know, move against each other now and then. It all makes sense, what's going on with sentiment. Obviously we know there's a lot of fear with the banks at the minute, so money got drawn out the banks, got thrown into Bitcoin, got thrown into gold. But we've seen it time and time again, folks. You get that initial fear, that initial panic, okay? They get the money out of the banks and it goes all to Bitcoin, goes into gold, but then it just seems to like last a few weeks. The gold price goes up, the Bitcoin price goes up, and then the whales think, oh, we can make some money on that money we just withdrew out the bank and put into gold and Bitcoin. Let's sell those now. And then back down they come. We've seen this happen time and time again. It doesn't just, you know, stay that way for months. Usually, of course, it's absolutely possible. You know, if there's a massive banking collapse, if all the banks go to absolute shit, if everything eats shit and everyone panics and thinks Bitcoin is the only way, Bitcoin is the future, throws everything into Bitcoin, and yeah, Bitcoin is going to go to the moon, folks. But, you know, I'm willing to bet that that's not going to happen, not yet. Maybe it can happen one day, and maybe this is why you need to be, you know, dollar cost averaging a position into Bitcoin. If that's, you know, if you believe that it's the future, you believe that it's going to be around for a long time, certainly like I do. But I'm still just willing to hedge right now, folks, because I'm not the richest guy on the planet. You know, I haven't got like a ton of money to keep dollar cost averaging in all the way, so I'm willing to, you know, take that gamble, take that risk, take that hedge, that lower prices will come before I end up buying in. So again, leave us a comment below if you've already bought all your Bitcoin spot position, or if you're, you know, dollar cost averaging in. Now, just give you an update quickly, other things on the channel. Obviously, we've been running Fantasy Crypto for 2 weeks now. The first round, Fantasy Crypto's got 2 more weeks to go. At the end of that, someone will have won $75 for coming first and $25 for coming second. Come and join the next round, Fantasy Crypto. Hopefully we have more people taking part in the future. You know, chance to share that $100 of free USDT that we give away. Again, it's absolutely free to enter. So in 2 weeks time, you know, come and get involved in that. We've also got CryptComp still running, a fantastic opportunity to win £10,000 worth of any cryptocurrency of your choice. Visit cryptcomps.com, link is in the description below for that. There's only 4,000 tickets available, one ticket is just £5, and you know, you could be, you know, the very lucky winner of £10,000 worth of cryptocurrency. Definitely check out cryptcomps.com. As always, again, if you've got any technical analysis requests of any coins, please, you know, drop those in the comments. And Savage works really hard on the channel to make those technical analysis videos for you. Another thing also to be careful of, folks, still some issues with stable coins. Checked again this morning, USDC versus USDT, still not at 1-to-1, believe it or not, if you haven't even checked. We know what happened with USDC. Obviously it had that drop, had that fear, all the money went out of it, and then, you know, started to you know, move back to the upside, but it still never completely regained that 1-to-1 peg, which is concerning to me. So again, that's a little bit suspect, a little bit, you know, something that's not ideal. So be careful out there with stable coins. I know, again, a lot of people decide to, you know, diversify in stable coins. Some of you are just completely in fiat, and I can understand that, because there's definitely risk in these stable coins, and anyone who tells you that there's no risk in these stable coins is talking a load of rubbish, folks. So be careful. Thanks for all the support on the channel so far. We're nearly you know, on our way to 1,000 subscribers now. So once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to, you know, do live streams with myself, Savage, IK, maybe get some, you know, special guests on. So really looking forward to that. Thank you for your support. I'll see you again.